John Stockton, the Utah Jazz legendary point guard and NBA Hall of Famer, is yet another name to add to the anti-vaccine movement.
This isn't a virus cheating us of these opportunities. It's the guys making decisions saying, no, we're too scared. We're going to shut everything down. Sit in your house and be careful. My kids and my grandkids hearing these things and accepting them as truth, and when I know by my significant amount of research that it isn't, and it's very frustrating.
What we have here is another epic failure of a very influential human being touting misinformation. Stockton, the NBA leader and assist, made an appearance in a conspiracy theory-driven, inaccurate, self-proclaimed documentary. To say this is disappointing is an understatement.
It's very frustrating.
Says the guy who wants more coronavirus for years to come. VR COVID, who put on the so-called doc, has this on their website. As G.I. Joey Joe wrote, you know what? I'm convinced. The website lists Stockton as a leading expert with the terrible company of plenty of disgraced and controversial figures. Also on the website, do masks really work? What is the real risk of dying from COVID? And how will we really know that a COVID vaccine is safe? Stockton, per the website, says one of the things that sticks in my head is losing someone like Steph Curry to basketball would be a crime. I just think what a disappointment to this world it would be if that guy didn't become who he is. So I wonder who we are missing out on right now. Stockton is doing his best to fit in with the alt-right conservatives who will do or say anything to come off as the most kooky. His thoughts are straight up offensive and deny the deaths of nearly 602,000 people. His countrymen, women, suffered, their families faced the catastrophic loss of life. Films like the one by Vaccines Revealed are intended to push a counter-narrative that is inaccurate or pseudoscience, said Richard Carpiano, a public health scientist and sociologist at the University of California, Riverside. Stockton, in a competition to show how undeniably discredited he can make himself in the span of 19 seconds, adds he conducted his own research, which he's holding to a higher regard than the health pros who are researching all this for a living, a common pivot from people who have yet to be vaccinated and probably won't be. Let's look at the rest of the winners, shall we? Robert F. Kennedy Jr. makes an appearance. He's such a pathological liar that Facebook, which owns Instagram, cut the cord on his account. 3 members of his own family wrote an opinion piece on Politico. They despise his conspiracy theories, particularly his inaccurate views on vaccines. Scientific American Seth Manookin, a journalist and writer, put it like this: for more than a decade, Kennedy has promoted anti-vaccine propaganda completely unconnected to reality. Another is Del Bigtree, a grifter who claims to travel to events for free, but charges $3,000 per speaking fee. On March 26, Bigtree argued that there's a global agenda, motivated by money and led by Dr. Fauci to bring a vaccine that will be forced on everyone in the world. This idea has gained considerable traction among anti-vax advocates. The hashtag #FireFauci trended on Twitter in April, and Trump suggested firing Fauci again in November. Bigtree, like Kennedy, had his socials taken down, particularly his YouTube channel and Facebook page, for continually spreading disinformation about vaccines, the CDC, and Dr. Fauci. Dr. Zach Bush, who claims that human and pig DNA are identical, the bits have just been scrambled in different positions to yield different animals, is featured in the film. He's a strong advocate of denying COVID ever existed, which shouldn't come as much of a surprise to be a feature in this discredited film. He is, in short, an absolute lunatic. Then there's Andrew Wakefield, another featured idiot in the film. Wakefield, the disgraced ex-physician, ran a fake study involving 12 children and suggested there's a link between the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine, which is administered to millions of children around the world each year, and autism. So obviously he's in it. So congrats, John Stockton, you played yourself. It says much about the company you keep. Look no further than this embattled Hall of Famer.